At the beginning of a project or a desired change, sometimes we're so excited and enthusiastic, or perhaps we're the opposite, we're in such despair that we cannot wait to implement the changes, we cannot wait to experience the results. So therefore, as we're planning the action steps that we're going to take that will get us from A to B, we can kind of go in a little bit too strong. We kind of allow our impatience or even our eagerness to be reflected in the systems and plans that we plan for ourselves, that we begin to implement for ourselves. So we must, if we want ourselves to be super successful and we want to guarantee the results that we're desiring, we must take into account one really important point, and that is our humanness. The fact that there is a bit of stuff to wade through in terms of who we are, our lifestyle, our beliefs, and also the validity of what it is we're expecting ourselves to jump into. So when we're setting the plan, when we're setting the goals, when we're stating the repetitive, deliberate action steps that we're going to be taking on a daily, weekly, or monthly, or yearly even basis, it's really important to take into account the importance of simplicity. Keeping it simple means that we are not likely to fall into a state of overwhelm, because overwhelm means inertia. Overwhelm will keep us stuck in the midst of that, that flow when we're just getting started. If what we are expecting ourselves to do on a regular basis is a little bit too over the line of manageable, then when life happens, when life is no longer, the early stages of January and you've pushed everything to one side because these goals and this change and this transformation is super important for you, and you've still got the energy, you've still got the motivation, you've still got the ability to focus and push everything else away. Once that's sort of died down and life kicks in again, because it always does, it's much harder to sort of stay grounded, it's much harder to stay the course. So keeping things as simple as possible, and I'll give you an example. If it's health and wellness or fitness regime you're wanting to do, then check out things like your traveling time. Check out things like the distance between your gym or your health club between your home, and how long it takes you in traveling time every day or every time you want to go work out. Is it viable? Is it simple enough? And is it manageable over a long, extended, repetitive, day after day, week after week period of time? So that's just one example. Apply this way of thinking to whatever it is that you're currently changing or seeking to transform. So keeping things simple and keeping things in a manageable area, where they're kind of a little bit of a stretch, a little bit outside your comfort zone. Of course, we have to do the things that we haven't been doing in order to get the results that we want. That is a fact. But there's a way to do it, to set ourselves up for success. So keeping things sort of like, so they can make sense to you, and without radically unraveling your life as it is now, especially if you have commitments and responsibilities, a job, a family, children, elderly parents, whatever it might be. Of course, if you've got the freedom to unravel your life and rebuild it in a way that you want radically, then go for it. But we don't all have that ability or capacity right now. So set yourself up for success. Keep things super, super simple. And sometimes we overcomplicate things because we think it's going to get us to where we want quicker, or we load, too much on our plate because we think that in order to get rapid results, that's what we have to do. But remember, rapid is not always steadfast. It doesn't always mean that the results that we're getting will be long term. And of course, I'm imagining that you want to be successful, not just in January, not just in February, not just for the first quarter of the year, but also for the foreseeable and long-term future as well. So take on board what I've said today. Perhaps you can drop me a message down below, or privately if you prefer, and let me know how you've been getting on in January with your transformation, how you've been managing this new way of being, thinking and doing in life, in the bid to make those amazing changes that you not only desire but deserve. And then we can continue the dialogue. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing today, everything that you're desiring is possible. Please don't forget that. We just have to go about creating those desires, converting those desires into reality in a smart way. I look forward to hearing from you.